Okay, hi. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Cliff from Crew Speaks Out. I hope you're all well. This afternoon's 12 after 12. Yeah, this afternoon, we're almost in the afternoon. This afternoon's broadcast, I'm not going to make any friends in broadcasting too. But it is my duty to expose what I believe, in my honest opinion, is what goes on. Here at Crew England, we will speak out if we feel things just ain't right. The first issue I just want to bring to light and for you to be wary about is fitness instructor trainer courses. Now I commend you if you are eager to break out into the fitness industry, because it is a very wholesome, rewarding industry. I would describe fitness instructors, fitness coaches, sports coaches as value producers. You're producing values in people's lives, and that is fantastic to do that. You're getting them fitter, you're getting them healthier, and that has got to be a bonus. If you can hear snoring in the background, that's Harriet the dog. Sometimes she puts me off a little bit, but bless her. Right, so naming no names, but supposing you decided I am going to invest in a personal training course, become a personal trainer, fitness instructor, and I'm going to pick that company because I believe that they are the recognised industry leaders. I can tell you something from nothing that they will blossom out their courses with so much unnecessary information which should never be used by a fitness instructor. Let me explain. To become a chiropractor or physiotherapist takes 5 years of full-time, long, hard, diligent work and study. 5 years. Not 5 weeks. 5 years. To become a doctor, a GP, again, it takes 5 years. Full-time, long-term study. Right? Don't think if you've done one of these 6 weeks intensive courses that you are then able to offer remedials to people that have high blood pressure, or people that have had hernias, or people that have suffered injuries, serious injuries. Because I tell you something for nothing. If you think you will be at that level even with consistent work 2-3 years on. Think again. Think again. It is a recipe for disaster. So, what do we do differently here at II Crew England? Anybody, any members of the public that come on board and train with us will have to be subject to a disclaimer in that we ask them specific questions, just the same as if you went to a chiropractor or a doctor or a physiotherapist or an osteopath. They would ask you a series of questions. Are you allergic to anything? Do you have a history of blood pressure? Have you ever had an operation? All these questions we would ask. Are you over 40 years of age? What's your weight? Have you ever trained before? Listen, if we're getting, which I'd be very privileged to have, but somehow I don't see it. But if we got a top world-class professional boxer who wanted to train with us, I'd be over the moon, but I couldn't see it happening. You know, kind of thing. You've got to sort of say, right, okay, you know, this guy, you know, knows his body, knows what he's at, where he's at, etc., etc. He's working in close proximity with his coach, etc., etc., etc. So there are exceptions. Okay, there are exceptions. But generally, as a rule, 99% of us are going, we need to be careful. If somebody says, oh, you know, I suffer from high blood pressure, we then would say here at II Crew England, okay, right, thank you for telling us that. Can you go and get clearance from your GP and let us know when you had clearance from your GP? We don't need to talk to your GP or get a letter or anything like that from your GP. We just need notification from you to say you have been to see your GP. You have confided in your GP about what you intend to do with us, II Crew England. What does your GP think? Ask them a question. What do they think? And they will either give you the green light, the amber light, or the red light. If it's the green light, come on board with us and let's get training and let's have some fun. If it's the amber light, okay, we're not closing the door on you. When you're ready, when your GP gives you the green light, if you still want to, come back and start training with us. If your GP gives you the red light, then that has got to be an issue between you and your GP to discuss. But you can see where I'm heading with all of this. You cannot have some self-inflated personal trainer that has not had specific training, expert training, for a due length of time, has put their due diligence in, that can say and claim, we can do this for you. With somebody that is seriously ill. Incidentally, any exercise, albeit far isometric exercises, for people that have blood pressure issues, 99 times out of 100 is going to help, is going to assist. But you see what we're saying? We're saying, look, we're fitness instructors, we're fitness coaches, we're really fitness encouragers. So regarding blood pressure issues and lower back issues and hernias and anything, diabetes and anything that you want to think about, we want you to go to the experts first. That's what we would advise our people. First, go to the experts. We strongly abhor you. Go to the experts. And if you can tell us that you have been to see the experts, and yes, they've given you the green light, then you can come along and train with us. And anybody else within the fitness industry that has not had that extensive training, they might be a physiotherapist that doubles up as a personal fitness trainer. Fine, they're qualified. They might have studied to be a doctor or whatever, I don't know. And they know blood pressure issues, etc., etc., etc. Fine. If you're that type of person, you're a fitness trainer, fine, then you can say, right, we're going to do it this way, we're going to do it that way, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But beforehand, go and see the experts first. To say, this is what we're going to be doing, what do you think? But they, on these fitness provider courses, they will pad out their training courses, because they know there's no substance to their training courses once that's all taken away. And that's how they're making their money. Hundreds of thousands of pounds per annum, because that's what they're doing. How do I know this? Because I've done these courses. How do I know? Because in the past I've been a personal trainer. So I know that I know that I know. You cannot unleash a personal trainer on somebody that's had hernia issues and lower back issues, etc., 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 without getting clearance. And normally the experts will say, because they will be aware that the personal fitness trainer will not be intimately aware of the patient's history, health history. You could have somebody that could have spondylosis, right? And diabetes, that now has high blood pressure, that is allergic to certain types of drugs. If you don't know that, as a personal fitness trainer, you could be making them very, very, very ill. This is why we say, look, we are fitness trainers, fitness encouragers. That's what we do. We're looking for people that have got a clean bill of health. If you haven't got a clean bill of health, go and see an expert. Go and see the GP, right? And take it from there. But they won't tell you this in these fitness providing courses. That's why I think it is wrong to teach that, in my humble personal opinion, which might not align with anybody else's, but that's what I feel. The second thing is we're going to have a pop at commercial gyms. And I'm not talking about the independent commercial gyms per se. I'm talking about these corporate run personal gyms. They will get you and hold you into a standing order mandate, which you, apart from ill health or redundancy, job redundancy, or the fact that you move, you're emigrating, right, you'll find that you are locked in to that standing order mandate. It doesn't matter if, you find that you just don't like the place anymore. It doesn't matter that every time you go to the gym to try and do the weights for chest day on a Monday, you go there and you cannot get to use the equipment that you want for considerable lengths of time. Most people are couple of hours to go to the gym. You could find yourself waiting nearly 60 minutes to get onto the relevant equipment that you wanted, if it's being hot. And that happens. And no, the management of the commercial fitness gym, they do not police it. They just let it continue. All the time, all the while you are shelling out your hard-earned shekels to not be able to use all the facilities of the commercial gym. Now, to my mind, is that fair? That's the question I'm asking you. Is that fair? It isn't, is it? No, it's not. So, okay, how do we at II Crew England do things differently? We take away all that heartache and hardship and paranoia of wondering on a Monday night, are you gonna find a parking space? When my wife and myself lived in Southampton is all multi-storey car parks right in the town. And I can tell you what, it's very, very difficult to find a spot free where you can just park. Because it's either residential, where people haven't got garages, the houses haven't got garages and things like that, and people have got their cars parked outside their houses, or you opt for a multi-storey car park. You've got all that to think about. Most people live about 2 to 3 miles away from a commercial gym. You've got to drive there. You've got to make sure you've got sufficient petrol in your car. And what about if it's a horrible, rainy, wet winter's evening? Wednesday evening, midweek, where you're beginning to get a little bit tired. And really what you want to do is just put your feet up at home and just stay indoors. Then what we've just talked about, you get to the gym, you think, right, I'm going to work some chest today. And guess what? Everybody else has had the same brainwave. Why? Because it's the summer, vacations coming up, and everyone wants to look good on the beach. The lads want to take their tops off and strut around on the beach, showing off their muscles and in the chest. Everybody has the same idea. And that's what you pay money out for. The commercial gyms don't want you to go. You think, hang on a minute, that's a bit strong. Listen, what do you think the membership is of a top quality, corporately run commercial fitness establishment? 10 members? 20, 30, 40? 100, 200? 500 members? 600, 700? More like 1,500 members. So, you take 25% of that 1,500, brainwave, summer, Monday evening, 8 o'clock, want to go and work some chest, want to go and do this exercise class, want to go and do that exercise class, boom, all brainwave, all wanting to do the same thing, everybody thinking on the same lines, and you can get the situation which happened quite frequently to a leisure centre. I used to go when I wanted to do boxercise. 40 people, right, designated, that's it for boxercise. First come, first serve. And that's it. You get there, waste the journey, trying to park, all the frustration of trying to park up, all the rest of it. Is it worth it? The fact that it was a council-run leisure centre was not too much of a, disappointment, because you pay your entrance fee to get in and you do your workout. You pay as you go. But that same thing happens with these commercial gyms where you're paying your standing order mandate each and every month. The boxer size, somebody wants to do boxer size, everybody else in the area says, oh yeah, boxer size, they get it. How are they going to train 300 people that turn up to do boxer size? So what they want is they don't want people to come and train, but they still want your membership money. And that's why it is a con. With Crew England, I can assure you that we could train thousands of people at the same time, and everybody would get an absolutely blinding workout, absolutely fantastic workout, all from the privacy all from the privacy of their own home. Now, I've talked about how we're going to do that, how we propose to do that, okay? So I'm not going to I've been speaking nearly 25 minutes now. I'm not going to go back over all that again. But I speak with confidence. And why shouldn't I? Because I know that what we've got for you, you will absolutely love. Absolutely love. And I can tell you something. It will work out less money than if you was a corporate gym membership. So I hope that this has helped some of you to understand a little bit more about what Crew England represents and what we don't represent, what we will do and what we won't do for you. And I hope very much to be meeting you guys and girls very soon. This is Cliff from II Crew England Speaks Out. Ciao.